This fish right here, it should come with a warning label. Because this catfish might look innocent, but in reality, it can be your biggest regret in fish keeping. And you know what's crazy? People still buy them and think it'll stay as it is. And believe me, once you watch this video, you'll never see this fish the same way again. Welcome to Taj Mahal Aquatics, and today we're gonna talk about red-tailed catfish, a fish that I could call the aquatic version of Doraemon. I mean, look at this fish. It looks innocent, right? But believe me, once you watch this video, you will never wanna buy this fish if you ever see it at fish shops. But before we start, quick question. Do you think red-tailed catfish are really that bad? Because this fish might look harmless, but the truth of this fish is way darker. Let me make this clear. This fish is not a fish. It's a submarine. I seriously didn't think that people understand how massive this fish actually is. They only heard, oh, they get big. No, they don't just get big. They are river monsters. And when I said river monsters, I'm talking about 3 to 4 feet fish. They are so big that they will surprise your entire household. And you know what's worse? They don't look dangerous when they are babies. And that's the trap. You are basically keeping an underwater jaguar. Cute at first, absolutely chaos later. And here's where it gets terrifying. You know that, okay, they get huge eventually, but nope, these fish don't grow normally like datnoids or koi. They grow up on speed run. Day 1, you get small innocent little catfish, and then a few months later, why there's a submarine in my tank? They grow brutally fast. And this is usually when you realize, oh no, my tank is not ready for this. Your red-tailed catfish explodes out of your tank, and your monster fish setup becomes a bathtub for one single monster catfish. Talking about their appetite, they eat nothing like average fish. Red-tailed catfish don't inspect their food, they don't see the food. As long as it fits, they suck everything. And they don't even care about portion count. These fish are vacuum cleaners. Everything that looks tasty to them, gone. Fish, shrimp, pellets, and possibly your financial stability. And the scary part, their mouth keeps getting bigger along with their appetite. So the menu keeps expanding until it gets out of control. Their appetite is so out of control that this is the part where Monster Fish Keeper scared the most. Tank mate incident. Because red-tailed catfish are the weird ones. Sometimes they live peacefully with other fish for years with no aggression, no warning, no problems. And then, one random day, some of your fish disappears. No fight, no evidence, no funeral. It's like your fish suddenly deleted from its existence. They were permanently hungry, which means compatibility doesn't always mean safe. And even somewhere out there, there's probably a red-tailed catfish that trying to be innocent right now, but they are planning to do a war crime. Unfortunately, as bad as they're still lovable. And you know what? They're actually smart. Like, surprisingly smart. Some red-tailed catfish can recognize their owner, learn feeding schedule, follow people around, and also quite trainable too. They are basically oversized water dog, or I would call it Doraemon with unlimited hunger, which now becomes a huge problem because now you get emotionally attached to this whiskered submarine, and suddenly your river monster becomes your baby, a baby that can swallow a whole tilapia. And if you think, well, I'll keep it just for a few years, it'll be fine. Good luck. Red-tailed catfish can live for 15 to 20 years. That's longer than some cars survive in the garage. This fish is not temporary fish. It's a 20-year commitment. And you are basically signing a long-term contract of aquarium chaos. And this is where many people underestimate them because people buy them emotionally without planning the realistic consequences. And finally, your tank becomes a victim of people that really underestimate how destructive these fish can be. And red-tailed catfish are not a gentle fish. One slap feels like someone threw a propane tank into your aquarium. These fish can smash your heaters, destroy your decoration, break lids, and splash water everywhere. And now your aquarium suddenly stops feeling like an aquarium, but more like a natural disaster. And the saddest part, lots of owners eventually realize they cannot handle it anymore, but rehoming them? Well, have a good luck, because not many people want a literal river monster in their house. And that's the reality of red-tailed catfish. That cute face at the store? Yeah, that's the chapter 1 of a villain. Red-tailed catfish aren't a bad fish actually. They're honestly an amazing fish. And actually, it's one of my favorite predatory fish. But unfortunately, they are way too powerful for average fish tanks. So next time you see a small red-tailed catfish at the fish store, just remember, you're not getting a cute little catfish, but an oversized water jaguars. But that's a wrap for this video. And would you give this fish a shot or an instant heart pass? Drop it in the comments, and if this video saved you from getting a river monster, hit that like button and share it to a friend before they get a river monster by accident. Subscribe if you want to see more fun or helpful fish keeping content, as there are more you don't want to miss here. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you next time.